to the 80 Proof Podcast. I am your host, Nathan Peplinski, and we have with us today the same fuckers as last month. Actually, one of us was missing last month. Same fuckers as most months.
Nick.
We have Bloop Show. Nick, what's up, Nick?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm smoking a cigar.
We are so swanky right now.
Got a snake in a box on my t-shirt, if anybody gets that reference. Probably don't.
I get it.
You're all assholes.
I get it.
I don't know what else has been going on. Got new headphones.
I have a fedora.
Yep. Yes, you do.
Naughty has a tie.
I do. I'm working right now.
We're so fucking fancy. We're so fucking fancy.
He's at work. He works from home, actually. That's what that is. He works from home and he likes to get dressed up every morning in like a suit and tie.
And
just
home,
to, make a statement that he's working, and then
home
and then
is
when
what
work
he
gets
calls other men's ass.
No, these are my pajamas.
That's where he
I
does
just
all
woke
his
up.
work. But okay, I'm done. But Nick, what have you been up to over the last month? You've been going a while. You've done some things.
Have I?
No, you haven't.
No,
You've
no,
done
no.
nothing for a whole month.
I'm going back to college again.
I didn't know about this.
Neither did I. My interview's tomorrow. And there's no reason why I wouldn't get in. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that I'm going back to college. Unless I don't go back to college, in which case I won't be going back. But if I do go back, I'll be back. And then I'll have a reason to be making videos again. Because what I'm doing at college is a music course, which is what I've been taking up all my time at the moment, is music.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing a course 3 days a week of music, then I have 4 days a week where I won't be playing music because I'll do that anyway. I don't have a choice. And then I'll be doing other things, which will probably be playing games and making YouTube videos.
Will you one day be making all of our intro musical sequences?
Yeah, if you want
Or
one.
singing to us on the podcast.
Nah, that's not gonna happen.
Wow. What about my birthday? Christmas? Thanksgiving? Fine.
He'll do the thank you song on Thanksgiving.
Trying to be nice and not say F you.
Naughty, what you been doing? You've been gone for 2 months. You've got a lot of splaining to do.
Yeah, well, I was stuck doing some video game stuff that someone made me play, and I realized I didn't have to play the whole damn thing, but I did anyways, because I'm just beast like that. Things I haven't do. Yeah.
Don't you just hate it? And don't you wish sometimes you just picked the other game, just like pick the friendly person, and so it would...
Hey, I've made better arguments. You can't blame a man for listening to the better arguments. You were like, you should play Spyro because Spyro, man. Because fucking Spyro.
I should have looked up the game prior. I knew what Spyro was, and I've already played Spyro. So that's why I chose System Shock 2. I've also previously purchased some games and made some more videos, and the more exciting thing that I've been doing is fiddling with Minecraft servers. So I have a Mac server in my living room, an old 10-year-old Mac server, and I ended up getting it working on that, but there was no way for anyone to connect to it because the hardware in that server is so old. I know, I'm going to be super nerdy. Was so old that I couldn't update it to the relevant Java to support the Minecraft. So someone's probably going to comment and be like, you're an idiot, Naughty. You can do it. I'm like, fuck you. Anyways.
You think people comment on my videos? That would mean that I would have to have somebody watching them.
Right. But then I also got it just working on the PC, which is so much easier. And that is, I've been making videos on that. Some frustration with that. But yeah, just a bunch of more videos and life stuff. So.
Life stuff is good. I mean, usually, most of us have a few life stuff going on at a given time.
Very true. Well, I hope so.
Oh, is it my turn? Ooh, is it my turn? I'm so excited. I've been doing
Nathan,
so much
what have
shit.
you been doing for the last month and a bit?
I managed to make a new intro for my channel, which you won't see on this video. You'll have to go and check one of my other videos. That's just gotta suck that you have to do that. But
I've seen it. It's good.
it's a good intro. I'm really proud of it. It took a lot of work. I've been playing Portal 2 with somebody who sucks at life and Portal 2.
I'm not offended.
No, but he's solved like 90% of the puzzles. It's hilarious. See, I've played Portal games before. I played Portal and Portal 2, both the single-player campaigns, and then I go into this Portal 2 with Nadi. He has never played a Portal game before at all, and he's like running around solving puzzles like a madman. I'm like, God damn it, slow the fuck down. I'm looking at signs and listening to GLaDOS. You need to fucking relax.
Dude, that's just my
smell of
thing.
flowers.
Like playing games, I never pay attention to the story. Like System Shock, I didn't listen to any of the things. What's that MMO for Star Wars, the Old Republic?
Star Wars: The Old Republic. Yeah, you got it.
The story apparently is really good. I skipped every cutscene because I just wanted to get straight to the end. That's just me. I don't care about. I just want to go get achievements, finish the game, go to the next. Like I don't care.
There's
about
an
the story.
point to be made here. They should be able to tell the story of the game to people like you. You shouldn't have to sit through narrative to understand what's going on in the storyline. You should still understand the characters and understand what's happening without having to sit through a fucking cutscene. I wanted to say, like, after playing the amount of Portal 2 that we have, do you have a sense for who GLaDOS is?
Yeah, she's just that angry robot bitch that is trying to make us do all these stupid things, and she's assuming that we're humans, but we're not, and she's making fun of us because we're, well, she hates humans, I think, right? She doesn't like the humans.
It seems
because
to
the last
be.
Portal 1, I believe, was a female.
Yeah.
Was it? Because I
Her
think
name's
I saw a
Chell.
picture of it. Gel?
Chell or
Chell.
Shell, depending on how you pronounce it. It's Chell.
Shell, okay. Oh, Chell, okay. That's stupid. Never named my kid that. But, yeah, so she doesn't like humans, so then she decided to have Portal 2 to be represented by robots that could do the same things as humans, but she didn't like that we have these gestures that are related to humans.
Right, and she doesn't like humans' tendency to die so much, so she's
right.
like, yeah, let's make robot people so that I can keep testing even after they die.
Well,
Because she's a scientist.
In Chell in the Portal 1, did she have to go through those little, after the puzzle solved, she had to go in like little thing and get like that little metal rod up her butt?
No,
No.
that wasn't quite how it worked.
The
It was
elevator.
just an
In
elevator
Portal
for
1 and
her.
Portal 2, you play the same character.
Oh, because that'd
The
be weird.
multiplayer is different. The multiplayer is set after the story mode in Portal 2, and normally it's an elevator room. But then if you're a
You should
robot,
really play
take
the storyline for Portal 2. It would be quite enlightening for you. But the cool
Yeah.
thing about that game is that they tell the entirety of the narrative without having to actually break off into narrative. Right?
Mm.
You
Yeah.
actually play and experience the storyline. That's what gaming is supposed to be. You experience the story. You don't sit there and watch the story. You might as well be watching a movie if you're just sitting there and watching the story happen. You have to be in the story.
I've been thinking about this quite a lot recently. Because I used to be very much of that mindset that, like, games should tell a story like this. God fucking damn it, right? And I used to always be like, narration is the way forward. You don't want to interrupt gameplay. But then the more I think about it, I like games that have narration and stuff better than those that don't, for the most part. But I feel that there is a place for, like, cinematic gaming and stuff. Like, imagine Metal Gear Solid without the cutscenes. It would just be fucking retarded.
I'm
Like, if you
currently
design a
imagining
game
it.
around it. If you design a game around, like, cutscenes and it makes sense, then it's cool. You just need to, like, make sure it all is themed and flows properly. I think that's more important than the way you tell a story. As long as it's, like, you do... Like, as long as it's not just random, because a lot of games, like, first-person shooters with cutscenes, it's like you just run into a room in first person, then you've got a cutscene, you're like, what the fuck, what is this bullshit? It's stupid, it's fucking dumb, that's dumb, that's shittily done, right? But if
Yeah.
you do it well, cutscenes can work.
I think
See, that's
that.
what I
Go ahead, Nani. You have a relevant opinion.
I like. I don't like things to slow me down on my own progression. So a cutscene, that's going to take time out of my day that I'd rather just be doing, like for co-op games or like if you play a first-person shooter game where there is a story, like for MW3 or something. It had a pretty good story, but I'd rather just go in and kill like 500 people, and if I die once, it's like, oh, then I know where that last person is, and I just got to go kill him, and I just kind of memorize where everyone is, and I just run through the game, and then perfect it, and then that's about it. So.
But like,
Yeah, scripted sequences in games like that piss me off. Like, Call of Duty is really bad with scripted sequences. Like, okay, I just want to shoot this guy in the face, but then this guy has to run through here, and then that car needs to pull up, and then I can move. It's like, fuck, just let me shoot that guy. It's I'm playing the game to just shoot that man over there. Let me shoot him. Fuck.
there's a great example of God, I can't remember the name of the originator of Bullet Time. What game is that? Max Payne.
Max Payne.
Max Payne 2. There's a sequence in which there's a guy who sets you up and fucking tries to lure you into a trap. You can just shoot that guy in the face in Max Payne 2 if you figure it out ahead of time. You can just shoot that guy and skip the whole trap thing. All games should be like that. They should never be a thing where you're like, I know something's going to happen here, but there's nothing I can do about it. You should never feel the control taken away from you. So, there's a place for cutscenes, but if there's ever a situation in which there's a cutscene where something happens that I feel like I could have done differently if I had been in control of the character, that cutscene then obviously shouldn't have been there. The option should have been there for me to take that different action. Because that's interactive storytelling. That's what gaming excels at.
Well, what do you think? Have you ever played Walking Dead?
No.
Because that's interactive, right? And I mean, there are things you have to do, but they do set you up for, oh, now there's bandits, you have to, over the fence, you have to shoot them. You do have to aim your gun, but it is interactive to click certain things. But the thing is, like, one thing, I think my very first video of it was saying one decision will affect you in different ways in the game. And so there's different, you have to actually choose which way you go, like, and different people will remember different things about you, like if you lie to someone or something, and then later on they would have a different response to it. So that's interactive with the game. I mean, it's more of it's a story game, basically. There's not much,
very story focused.
Yeah, very
Point and click.
Yeah.
You point and you click.
That's all games. Shut up. Shut up.
Not all games. What the fuck?
All PC
When
games?
the last time in Street Fighter did you point and click?
All PC games. There's a point and a click.
Those PC games don't have a fucking mouse mechanic.
Well, you better fucking
They
use
suck.
it for the menus.
You. Is Diablo 3 a point and click? By the logic.
Okay,
of
the genre of
clicking
point and
and
click
click.
adventures. That's the only genre where point and click is words used in the genre's description.
No,
It's
man,
not a
Diablo
point-and-click
3 is a
adventure.
point-and-click adventure. You point on enemies and you click. PlanetSide 2 is a point and click MMO because you point your mouse
No!
at the people
No!
and you click on it.
No!
And then you die. So you're pointing and you're clicking.
It's a
right?
first-person
Then you die,
shooter.
and it's a point and click MMO.
We
because
got
you're not
words for this. That's why we use them.
No, MMO is tab targeting. Idiots.
God. Dumbass.
Good. I think we've just broken the Da Vinci Code. That was
This
so
could be fucking
unrelevant.
Secret Service at all of our house. Anyway, we were talking about The Walking Dead, and as far as like story-driven games goes, that was one of the first games I actually watched of yours, Naughty. I'm fucking reining this bitch in right now.
Is that how you found me?
No,
Was
I
Walking
don't
Dead?
think it was. I don't know what the first video I watched of yours was. But whatever it was that I was searching for, I saw your videos. I was like, he's got a similar subscriber count to mine. Well, not really similar, but similar, like, you know, it was like within the categorical number that I was looking for to invite. I was like, well, I like his content. Why the fuck not?
Right.
But yeah, well, The Walking Dead was one of the first ones I watched of yours, like after that point, and I liked it a ton. And I was watching them, and I was watching them fairly religiously, and then I was like, but what if I want to play this game?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly.
If I want to play this game, then I'm fucking screwed. And I stopped watching those.
Yeah.
But I don't think I don't think I'm ever gonna watch The Walking Dead.
I did that with BioShock Infinite. Like, when I first did the first podcast, I was like, I've never seen this guy's video, so I started watching your BioShock Infinite Let's Play. And I watched the first one, and I was like, this is a really good Let's Play, but I want to play this game one day. So then I watched you play System Shock 2 instead, and I was like, this game looks shit.
Yeah.
And then I was happy that I didn't play it.
God damn it, Nick.
Wait, so did you play System Shock 2?
No.
I want to say,
and then I didn't,
despite the fact that you thought, Nick, watching his videos, you thought System Shock 2 was shit. And Naughty, you played the game and thought System Shock 2 was shit.
Mm-hmm.
I played the game and thought System Shock 2 was amazing. I
probably would have
loved
liked
it
if I played it myself. But just watching Naughty react to it was just like, I don't want to play this game.
There's so many fantastic things worth mentioning. See, Naughty's
pretty
not the type of gamer to appreciate the type of things that I appreciated in the game. All of the immense amount of backstory in all of the codex entries. It's not codex entries, it's the little audio logs that you pick up along the way. He didn't listen to any of those.
Yeah.
I listened to every single one, and all of them give you context for every situation that you're in. Like, literally every individual thing you do has context in the audio logs. Like, okay, so say you want to open a door with a code. There's somebody going like, I wanted to be alone with my lover, and we were, he was the military group that was involved in the escort ship, and we had to go through so much work to get him transferred to the science ship that we're on, which is the ship that you actually are on at the time, and about how most of the science crew doesn't trust the military crew, so they had suffered so much judgment from people, and it's just like all this info that you don't really have to have, but it makes everything make sense, and gives you motivation to support all of these people throughout, and make it all worthwhile, make it all make sense, make it for something, instead of just being a waste of fucking time.
So are we going to talk about System Shock now? Or what? That's our segue?
That's the thing I was just talking about. I don't know about you guys. You can talk about whatever you want to get in talking about.
Well, I mean, first part of System Shock, for example, right when you go up the elevator and you see your first guy, you have like no health or no modules to upgrade your stuff. So when you see your first shotgun guy, or when there's a turret, or when the freaking cameras turn on the alarm, it took me like 5-6 episodes to learn about quick save, so that effed me hard. And you go out there, you get hit twice, and you're dead. And I'm just like, what? Really? Like, and it's just so
serious business.
bad.
That's what that is. That's not a bad thing. That's difficult. That's intense. That's designed. It's designed specifically to make you think about every action. You're supposed to go around every corner and think. There's a reason why this was one of the first games to incorporate the peek around corner mechanic.
Yeah.
Is it unfairly hard?
Fuck yeah, it's unfairly hard.
That's just shit. Why would you want something to be unfairly hard?
There's a lot of things that I want to be unfairly hard, like roguelikes. Every roguelike.
Unfairly hard. It's fairly hard. It's hard.
Touche. That's fair enough. In that case, I would think of this game as being fairly hard, because when you die, it respawns you. You don't lose anything, and you're just a little bit of geography away from wherever you were standing a minute ago.
Cool.
So it doesn't take long to get back to the action.
Where you can just get like fucked in a situation, and you can't beat anymore. And you're just like, table flip.
Yes and
like
no.
5 hours before.
You can build your character poorly, and be in a situation where you have no ammo for your primary weapon that you put all your points into, and not really have much in the way of secondary and have to switch to the wrench and try and beat your way out of it, and it'll take hours and hours to get out. So yes, that is a little unfair.
Yes, it
Games
is.
used to do that a lot.
If you think about it critically, you can build yourself in such a way that you're okay. I've been in some really dire straits in this game, thinking about every move. So yes, it might be a little bit unfair, because they don't really describe to you adequately how you're going to screw yourself.
What floor are you currently on? Because you have to go all the way to the 6th to finish the game.
I don't fucking know numbered floors. I've never seen any numbers in my
When you're in the
my
elevator,
experience.
if you not, I'm not going to spoil it.
I mean, I am currently in the cargo bay. I just found that bitch. You know the area where they've got all of the lifts, and there's a bunch of people, pods, right? Where you could destroy the pods and not have to worry about them later, or they could summon the things that will self-destruct on your face.
Yes, I know.
I'm just past there. I just got past all that.
Cargo Bay A and B? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I ran out of ammo, and I was... The only way that I don't know if you've seen my videos how to kill those big robotic things.
You fucking did the elevator. You know what I did? I ignored them and ran past them.
Well, yeah.
I said, go fuck yourselves, robots.
I end up doing...
You use the elevators to crush them, which is very... Hold on. This... The fact that there are such incredibly divergent strategies to deal with the same enemies is actually impressive. The fact that they thought it through enough to make it so you could use the elevators to crush things to death, that's clever.
That's in Half-Life as well.
That's good
I
design.
ran out of ammo, and I ran out of ammo aggressively. And when we did the training stuff at the beginning where you can learn about the psi and stuff, I was like, this is stupid. Who wants to bring anything close to you? There's only one item I could not grab without psi in the entire game. So I was like, it's so pointless to have that. I mean, yeah, you get to recharge your stuff, but I was like, ugh, it was so frustrating. But crushing things in the elevators in Cargo A and B, like, I ran out of ammo and I couldn't do anything. I ended up I was zigzagging around bullets and dodging everything. I had to kite so many things just to beat that place, and I couldn't figure it out anyways. I think I just opened up my Steam and I played and finished that game at 273 hours. So that's a long time.
Because I had decided to go with energy weapons, which doesn't actually take physical energy or physical ammunition. I managed to have so much physical ammo left over by the time I got there. I shot most of the mech things to death. The ones I didn't shoot, I ran past, and the ones that I couldn't run past or shoot, I beat with a wrench until they exploded. And I had a ton of... I had so much extra health hypos at that point. But now I'm down to like 2 health hypos, but I have 2 energy pistols, which makes it so that I have fucking obscene amounts of ammunition to work with. And that should be cool.
I mean, what?
Have you played GTA 4?
Yeah.
4?
5, even. 5. The new one.
Yeah. I haven't played 5. But Nick has... I mean, not Nick. Natty has a ton of experience on GTA 5.
I was going to bring that before, but I figured GTA 5 is kind of a big topic. GTA 5, that's one where I will shut up and not talk and listen to the story.
You're weird.
Listen to the story.
You're so weird.
Because, well, I'm doing a full play of it. I'm having issues with copyright thing because they have music in the radio, like they have Dr. Dre in the as part of the radio.
Oh.
And so I had to cut that out, and I was gonna do an hour-long videos, and since it's 1080p I'm filming in, and so it's a huge file. The game itself, the mechanics of it, for example, if you go up and try to take a picture of a police officer, he'll shoot you and kill you. If you go into a strip club, and spoilers by the way, if you go into a strip club and you do something naughty, whatever, and the bouncers throw you out, if you try to go back in, the bouncers remember you and start a fight with you. It's like the mechanics of that game is actually pretty amazing. Or if you just
why you start in trouble with bouncers? They're just doing their job.
Well, I was just trying to show my dick.
You just trying to get naughty with the strippers. You trying to get naughty 88 with them strippers.
Damn right. Have you played it yet, Nick? Or?
No, I haven't. I want to, but then at the same time I'm like, yeah, I'll wait for it to be less expensive. But at the same time, I'm just like seeing all this footage of it, and I'm like, fuck, that game looks so good.
Why is it so... Why am I not in the least bit interested in Grand Theft Auto?
I wasn't interested until like yesterday or something. I saw a review of it and I was like, fuck, that looks awesome. But then I was like, I don't give a fuck, and then I saw footage and a review and I was like, I do give a fuck now, actually, yeah. I do.
Well, that's a great argument for why YouTube footage is a useful thing for game developers. But I've been watching YouTube footage for the whole of the experience, and I'm still more interested in playing a little bit more of Saints Row 3. Saints Row the Third, the game that's, 2 games ago in the Saints Row series, than I am in playing any Grand Theft Auto 5.
Right.
I want to play them both.
See?
I want to play Saints Row 3.
It's so good.
Grand Theft Auto 5 took the mechanics of Saints Row the Fourth and Grand Theft Auto 4 in driving and mechanics and stuff in the game. The visual effects in Grand Theft Auto 5, like the sunsets and the transitions and stuff, when you get killed or busted, it like slow-mos and goes to grayscale, and like it looks so amazing.
That's a
like,
classic Grand Theft Auto. I mean, that was Grand Theft Auto 2 brought that into play, I believe. Might have been Grand Theft Auto 1, but like that old 2D top-down view, when you die, it goes into grayscale and sort of slow-mos. It does the same effect. It's very sort of old school and still really potent.
Well, you should. Have you seen a wasted when someone gets wasted?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a video up right now, but I have 11 episodes of Grand Theft Auto 5 filmed. I haven't edited them. I have 2 edited, but I haven't put them up yet. But
Tisk, 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 tisk.
well, I think I'm still on. I have a couple episodes of Minecraft, and I think 7 more episodes of System Shock to go live.
Ugh.
So I have.
All the guilt has ruined my point and made me want to shut up.
What was your point? What have you done? You terrible person, whatever it is you've done. Make your point.
What's your point?
My point was that you should probably put those videos up. And give me credit for all of the work that you've done, and then you should monetize for me on my AdSense account.
Okay.
Yes.
That sounds legit.
That's absolutely legit. All of it is true.
Well, Minecraft is super easy to make, and
I should play more Minecraft with you, though. That's another series that you should watch on my channel and Naughty 88's for more Minecraft footage, because we did some shit, and it was fucking scary.
Oh yeah.
I died like 90 times.
Yeah, that once. I think I'm at. Oh, I can't. My next video will show what level I'm at, but it's definitely high. So it's good.
We've been playing a lot of games together. Nick, get on this. Get in on this. All you gotta do is put your Skype on from time to time, and I'll invite you to everything.
Yeah. Even if you're not in the. All right.
I have that game.
I'll grab it.
Trolleys? What is it you were just eating out of a bag?
I was
Pumpkin
eating.
seeds.
You should give them a shout out.
I was eating a KP original salted peanut. Is that what it says?
The fuck
original
is that?
Salted peanut.
That is not a
sponsor?
thing that exists where I'm at.
It's like
No,
the
me
biggest
neither.
brand ever.
Really?
Does not exist
Never
here.
heard of it.
We've
KP,
got
man.
Planters is the biggest brand here.
Yeah.
KP is the biggest.
The fucking
Probably
walking, the walking peanut with a top hat and a monocle.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
Yeah.
get more British than that. Doesn't exist in Britain.
The fuck is that?
It's
That sounds really
Planters.
fucking stupid. That sounds
Planters.
stupid. That sounds
It's
like such an
literally a
American
peanut.
thing.
It's
fucking
literally a peanut with a
hat.
top hat and a monocle. He's got a cane too that he swings
Yeah.
around in a circle.
I'm trying to see who owns it.
Planters, send us peanuts. Send some to Britain to Bloop Show. That's perfect monetization.
Nah. Fuck that. Send me KP peanuts, please.
Dude, if Planters sent you
There's
peanuts, if Planters sent you peanuts and paid you to eat them on the YouTube channel, you'd be like, yes, fuck yes, Planters is the best peanuts.
I would. They're probably actually amazing because from America. And, like, we have rules of what you can put in food here.
And we're just like, put all the salt. We don't give a fuck.
And you're not allowed to put nuclear waste in food and stuff, and you're not allowed to put, like, things that you know will kill people. But in America, there's just no rules. So they put things in there which they know will kill you and will know will make you addicted to their food.
But only if it's long term. Short term.
You're dying and you're just like, yes, more food.
So,
yeah.
I've been over all the things that I've been doing recently. So for news, Steam had this crazy 3-day thing. 3-day thing. It's making me take off my fedora.
Yeah.
It was so cool. We were like, 3? That must mean Half-Life 3 confirmed. Spoiler alert.
They're milking everything to do with 3 as much as they can. For as much as it's worth, they're like, oh, 3.
I'll tell you how it does in fact mean 100% confirmed Half-Life 3 after I talk about the news story. So you gotta sit here and watch it. In fact, I'll do it in another video. You gotta search through I did it like 10 years ago. You'll have to search through all of my videos, watch them all. I do a short hint at the end of each video that you'll have to put together with all the other videos to make sense through the puzzle. You'll get it. It's really easy if you watch all the videos together. Also, you have to subscribe and favorite all of those videos, or else you won't get the email with the key.
Guys, between each podcast,
yes,
if you're trying to look for hints, between each of the podcasts, go watch one of my reviews, and the secret message at the end of each podcast, link to the secret message for each of my review.
But it's very hard to see the secret message. You gotta fucking infrared that shit.
It's a part of the overall message from all of your videos from back in the day. But then when it gets to the podcast, in between the podcast and the reviews, you need to figure out which review comes in which order between, because he does more than
and you don't know which video. It could be any of them.
So just go watch all of my reviews and go watch all of Nathan's everything, and you'll know about Half-Life 3.
Genius. All right, so
I must say quickly, I did not like Half-Life 2.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
The fuck
is wrong with you? Do you know when I played Half-Life 3? I played Half-Life 3 less than a year ago with John. 2. That's what I meant. I also played Half-Life 3, but that's not the point.
5.
Nobody's played Half-Life 3, but I played Half-Life 3. No, Half-Life 2, I played very, very recently. That game...
And it's crap!
...seriously stands up. It's fucking intense. Naughty88 doesn't know the fuck he's talking about when it comes to first-person shooter intensity. He doesn't pay attention to storyline. He doesn't even listen to audio logs. He doesn't know shit.
What about GoldenEye? That's an intense story. First-person shooter.
That's not an intense story. It's the same story over again. It was really well done. No lie.
Not like that you had a crowbar for a weapon.
Crowbar isn't even a weapon. Shut up. You don't know. Shut up. Gravity gun's a weapon. Did you get to the point where the gravity gun was a thing?
Yeah. I got to the point where after the boat thing, you had to go into some dead, whatever, and then I stopped.
The best part of the game, you stopped. Best part of the game, and he stops.
Ravenholm sucked and fuck Ravenholm.
Go fuck yourself. You get the gravity gun, you can pick up energy blade, you can pick up like fucking lawnmower thingies and just shoot them at people. Cut off people's legs. It's creepy. It's adequately creepy. That's what they were going for.
It is. They did it well, I just didn't like it.
Go!
They did a good job. I didn't like what they were going for in the first place, so I didn't like it overall. But I don't like... I don't know. I don't like love movies, and you can make a really good love movie, and I still won't like it because it's a love movie. That's the thing with Ravenholm. I don't like things like Ravenholm. It's a really good thing of a version that I didn't like. So they did well, I just still didn't like it.
Can I just go ahead and speak for the internet real fast? To both of you. Go fuck yourselves.
Nathan, have you been drinking?
No, it's 80 Proof Gaming. Why would I be drinking booze on a podcast called 80 Proof Pod? Yes, I've been drinking.
The Half-Life 2 has different mechanics and different things about than other games do. But the thing is, I like games where it's almost like life realistic. That, for example, GTA 5, I can get in there and run over 30 hookers. I'm not going to do that in real life.
That's not like life realistic.
I don't have an... Huh?
That's exactly the opposite of like life realistic. That's you can go and live your inner male fantasy of running over whoever the hell you damn well please. Half-Life 2 is actually like life realistic. Say, for example,
there is no energy gun, no gravity gun, whatever in real life.
Yeah, fair enough. Let me finish my argument.
If they invent one, I will not play Half-Life 3, I'll say that now, until they make an energy gun. There.
My example for what I was talking about was, like, if you go ahead, there are these machines, right, and they actually repress the bad guys coming up. And you walk over there and you get a bright, shiny fucking button. They're like on-screen message. You can hit a button and shut this off. You shut it off, it actually attracts all the bad guys in the area because it makes noise.
That's Left 4 Dead.
It's
That's not Half-Life.
This is Half-Life 2. I'm actually talking about a situation in Half-Life 2.
Are you sure?
Spoiler.
Yes, I'm talking about a situation.
Half-Life and
I'm
Left 4 Dead
fucking
is the same game.
sure.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's the same game, it's just a different story. Like the engine, it's all the same. It's all Source. And
The point is,
and the horde is
fucking-
controlled the same way as the zombies in Half-Life 2. It's the same game. Basically, what we're saying is if you want to
it's
play
fucking-
Half-Life 2, go play Left 4 Dead.
It's
There
a
we go.
first-person
Good
shooter.
conclusion we've made.
Oh my god.
Maybe I'm
Make
maybe
anything
more
with the
attracted
Source
to...
engine. Gary's mod, that's the same game again.
I like
Gary's
games
mod
that are
is
chaotic
Half-Life
in
2,
sense.
is Left 4 Dead 2. Thank you, Bloop
We should play
Show.
Left 4 Dead 2. We should play Left 4 Dead 2.
We should, man.
You know what? Go fuck yourselves. No, but the point is that Half-Life 2 makes sense. It's quite logical. There's a lot of, real world logic that you could apply to the game. It makes logical sense. You should
Like
try
to wear
and play the
clothes and
game
walk
from that
forward with
perspective.
both feet.
Half-Life 2 is Alright, okay, just to interject here. Half-Life 2
I'm
is
just gonna-
awesome because it's only a first-person shooter in the sense that it's a game in first person and you shoot things. But like everything else about it, it's like, okay, 1 second you're doing a puzzle, like a puzzle that's not even a puzzle, it's like just, okay, there's this thing and I need to get out of this room, what do I do? And then you grab a box and then you put it over there and then you kind of use the physics in the world and you're just doing all this shit and you're playing a game but you don't even realise that you're being put into a puzzle. It's like the same thing as Zelda, where like you're doing puzzles but it's just a part of a greater thing. And then going on buggies and shit and then you've got really solid
And here I'm
mechanics.
buggy and
It's fucking awesome. It's an awesome game.
there's some fucking hardcore shit going on. It was a lot more intense back in the day when we weren't used to all the fucking high octane explosions type of gameplay.
Maybe, yeah.
I really
I
wish.
mean,
That's very...
I wish
That
you
could
were
be
less
very
of a
true.
dick. And then you'd
But
love it.
It just
With
depends.
the rest of
It
us.
depends what you want. It depends what you're expecting from Half-Life. Because it's not a first-person shooter. It's more of like a puzzle game, I guess. Kind of like Portal, but it's just more subtle. Like Portal, you're obviously shooting portals at shit and using portals to solve puzzles. Whereas Half-Life is more like using the Source engine and the physics within it and shit like that, and getting around the AIs and the storytelling's amazing. And it just depends what you're trying to get out of.
You gotta fall in
Because
love with the
it's like-
character and the universe, or else it just doesn't mean shit to you.
Well, also,
And obviously it doesn't
as a
mean shit to
first-person
you.
shooter, it's not amazing. But it's one of those games which is greater than the sum of its parts. It's like all of the little things together make it a good game. But if you're just trying to shoot things, it's not great.
Naughty 88 is always trying to shoot things. Right now, if he could be shooting us in the face, he'd be doing it.
Yep.
But he
I'd
can't.
be doing that too.
Go!
I could shoot it in the face.
You know what? You know what,
No,
Bloop?
You and I, Nathan, you and I are very different because you also don't like first-person online games, do you?
I don't like it if I don't have to fucking think. Like, if it's completely thoughtless
Yeah, exactly.
and its design, I'm just like, there's not much point in me being here. Might as well be a computer taking my place.
See, if I sit down and get good at a game or whatever, and if there's people online where I can say something to get a reaction, I like that. I like seeing people's reactions online, and I mean, heck, it's safe to be internet tough guy on the internet because saying that stuff in person is dangerous, right? So why would you? It's just I like the reactions of other people. So story modes, not my thing.
I'm real life tough guy. I will fuck you up. So I brought up Steam in the first place.
That was just the end of the sentence. I am real life top guy. I will fuck you up. That was on Steam, right? And
I was trying to change topics before anyone could argue with me being real life tough guy, but since you want to be a dick,
Nathan, you're on Steam, and you want to move on with the podcast. So you're going to tell us what you were doing on Steam.
Steam
All right.
decided to give these three separate articles, these three separate things. They were like, we're going to tell you something. We're going to tell you 3 things over the course of a week. And we're like, Half-Life 3, confirmed. Not actually what it was. Half-Life 3, spoiler alert, didn't have anything to fucking do with it. We were pissed. Day 1, SteamOS. Probably the most exciting of all 3 of the announcements. They're making their own operating system based on Linux. Anybody can fucking download it for free. It's supposed to be more optimized for your PC computer parts to play computer games on Steam. It's supposed to run those games better.
I've wanted this for a while.
It's a good thing. It's a nice thing. It's exciting. It's good. If the SteamOS is in fact free and in fact uses your computer parts to play games even better, then we can dual box our shit. We can boot SteamOS specifically to play our video games, and then when we want to record things, then we'll just boot our Windows. And then, edit.
You're gonna have to dual boot it. But
Yeah, you'll have to
Linux
dual boot
is
if you
so-
want to do it the way we're thinking. As
I don't know.
pro super
Will you not
pros.
be able to record from SteamOS? Like, surely
guess
a lot of
There's a
recording
lot of
software
recording
will work on
programs
Linux.
that will work in Linux. We'll just have to find recorders that'll work in Linux and use those.
Bandicam will work on Linux.
But when it comes to
No,
editing,
They'll patch that shit. Don't worry about it, Nathan. Bandicam
Or
will
to
work.
use Fraps
yeah, Bandicam
or,
will work. Bandicam will work just fine. Fraps won't.
Yeah, well.
Does Bandicam
Fraps is a
work on
piece
Linux?
of shit that will never work in Linux.
Fraps
You're the one
is
that was-
actually Fraps. Yeah, Fraps looks like a dick.
I think
But-
Fraps will probably be the last program to fall in line to work in Linux. But the point is, we
it
will
already
still
works in
have to have
Linux.
Windows if we want to fucking edit our shit.
Yeah, right. Why? What the fuck have I done with my camera? Yeah,
I don't know. I think
SteamOS.
it's dick, though.
We're all gonna have to have Windows.
Sweet, man.
Is the point.
SteamOS. I like that.
We're not going to be able to just run fucking SteamOS and just have all of our shit work. But it might be useful to us in the long run. The next day of announcements was Steam Machine, which is apparently they're just going to like fucking allow, it's much better than Steambox. They're going to allow other manufacturers to make machines that will work that run SteamOS. It's about that simple and about that complex. It's not impressive at all, and in no way really makes me excited. That day was a bust
Yeah,
for me.
It would work for me. I have another workstation. Like not workstation. I have another a tower, which is like where I run the Minecraft server off of.
But let's
And
say
so
let's say they're aiming this whole thing at the whole living room market, right?
Right.
That means they have to
Oh.
compete in price with Xbox 360 or
Don't-
Xbox One.
I was
and
gonna say, don't
PS4.
even say that.
They got to compete with the two next systems that are coming out, and it's more expensive. Bottom
I'm
line
not
is,
sure if that's what,
all indications
Steam-
point toward it being more expensive than those two systems.
I think
I'm not
Steam
sure.
in itself already competes with Xbox and gaming systems alone.
Right? If you just fucking use,
yeah.
they're already a competitor in the PC market, as in PC is that competition. But as far
Right.
as the living room competition goes,
Okay, maybe true. Okay.
like competing against an Xbox One and a PS4, they have to offer more, which they already have more games, so to speak, already
The
done.
thing
Ready.
that I'd mention though, if you're going to be comparing like the price of a Steam box or whatever the fuck to a console, is that even if the console is cheaper, you're going to be paying £40 or however the fuck many dollars it is for every game when it comes out at a brick and mortar shop. And like over the okay, I'm gonna show you every 360 game that I've bought since I got my Xbox 360 like 7 years ago. I've bought that many games all in all because they're really fucking expensive. And I've had Steam for about a year or two, and I've got like fucking 100 games just because you can.
I'm literally sitting at
Yeah.
90. In my Steam
I'll check how
library.
many games I have right now.
My
We
Steam
have
library
about
is
40
extensive.
games and 10 Xbox 360 games.
I have no Xbox 360 games. 0. So
I have-
maybe that's evidence.
83 games on Steam.
So basically any hardware they put it on. But that's the thing. If you want to play a Steam game, you've already got your computer. You don't fucking need a Steam box to play
Yeah,
that.
but if you don't have, if you're
Fucking
somebody who
library.
plays like an Xbox, right, and you're like, oh, I wish I could buy a new game once in a while without spending all of my money, then you buy a Steam box and then you can buy a new game on sale.
Then you
on some
don't
sale
buy
for,
a
like,
Steam
$5.
box. If you don't have
Dollars
enough
then.
money to buy a new game for the 360,
No, because
you're not going to
once you've got the
spend.
hardware- No, Nathan. With the fucking Xbox, you're paying a shit ton of money for the hardware, and then you're getting fucking software that's going to cost you so much money for every game. With Steambox, you pay a lot of money for the hardware, and then Steam sales, I've never spent more than £10 on a game.
Nobody-
You just get 75% off.
No one is buying the Xbox hardware anymore because it doesn't fucking exist. There's no new hardware on the Xbox. If they were going to buy the Xbox One, say you've got the option. You could buy the Xbox One, and then you could buy all new games on that shit. Or
By
you could
hardware, I
buy...
meant console. By software, I meant for games.
I'm talking about the hardware, though.
Fucking hardware, Nathan!
I'm going to agree with your point if you let me continue. If you have the two options, right? You can buy the Steam box. You can buy the Steam box and play the games that are on Steam that you already own on Steam
Yeah.
at a low fucking frame rate. It's not a very good frame
the
rate right
frame
now.
rate's dumb. That is so dumb,
What is it?
Nathan.
Why doesn't Microsoft just involve an application for Steam on their Xbox One like they have for like Netflix and shit?
Because they'd probably have to pay Steam a
There's so
bajillion
much money.
dollars and swallow their goddamn pride. And they're not going to swallow their goddamn pride.
And they'd lose money because
I think that's what it's
for
all
every
about.
Xbox game that you buy like this,
Oh, true. Is available on
they
Steam.
get money from it, which they don't on Steam.
The
So-
publisher would make most
they
of the
don't like
money, I
that.
would think.
Yeah, the publisher would make money, but Microsoft wouldn't. so
Microsoft
they
would make nothing.
wouldn't.
But the point is,
God damn it.
it doesn't make any sense to me.
Hmm.
It doesn't make any sense. But, Steam machines are interesting. I hope that they succeed. I legitimately hope that they make some sort of entry into the living room market. I really despise this phrase, the living room, because it's become this sort of like this expansive publisher talk. I just don't like it. I don't think Steam needs to make it into the living room. I think that they've already got the best place for gaming when you say the PC. The PC is pretty much the best place that you can find for gaming. I don't see why they need to enter into the living room.
So would they have
They want to
like,
make money.
would they have like controllers and stuff for the Steam stuff?
Yes!
Dude, they
These-
totally do.
The third announcement of the 3 announcements was the Steam controller. It's actually a bizarre controller. I don't know if either of you have seen anything of it. Have either of you seen anything about the new controller?
I have. It looks fucking retarded, but it also looks kind of cool.
It does look a little retarded. So they've done away with the dual joysticks concept. There's no joysticks
looking at it.
on this thing.
Um,
It instead has 2 essentially touchpads, but they're
Okay.
pressure-sensitive touchpads. So they work a little bit like joysticks, and they have a fucking button. I'm actually a little excited about it. They have mapping for all sorts of fun shit. You can use them for any of the controller mapping that you can use any controller mapping on in standard gaming today. I mean, you
Okay.
I
like
kinda
down
wanna-
can mean a thing, up can mean a thing, left can mean a thing. You can press into it, which is different from most touchpads. You can actually press it like a button, which is cool. And people have been responding quite well to it, and I think it's an exciting thing. I think it's the only change in gaming controllers since DualShock. You could say that touchpads are a change in gaming controllers since DualShock, but they've been garbage and no one has liked them. So, developers that have put their hands on this new controller have said that it is very nice, that they actually do like it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my faith forward and say that I'm excited about it, and I hope that it's good.
I wonder what
You go
like
ahead.
niche it'll fill, because people have said that it's good, but then TB and stuff were saying also that it's probably not going to be great for fighting games or racing games and stuff.
TB
But I'm thinking-
hasn't fucking had hands on that controller.
No, I know. I'm saying I wonder what its niche is going to be, because something that I've definitely noticed with every type of different interface, you've got something that it's really good at. So like if you want to play a platformer or whatever, chances are you're going to go for like a gamepad, or if you're playing a fighting game, you're going to have a fight stick. If you're going to play a first-person shooter, you're going to want one of these.
Fucking
If you're going to play like
A fucking
an action
mouse.
game, you're going to play on a dual stick thing. And I'm wondering where this thing's going to fit in, because it's probably going to improve a type of game that nobody likes, because you can't get it right with these controls that we have at the moment. And then
It's
we get a
meant-
new controller. It's going to be amazing.
It's meant to close the
Just
gap.
remake Half-Life 2 on it.
Dude, it could be the Half-Life 2 controller. It's gonna be
Half-Life
the
3
best experience
control.
of Half-Life 2 you've ever
Fucking
played.
confirmed. Half-Life 3 confirmed. We've decided it here on the podcast. But it's
Well,
supposed
when's
to
Half-Life
close
3
the
coming
gap
out?
between a controller and a mouse, so that it's more receptive to more sensitive movement than a regular controller. But it's not as fancy schmancy as a mouse.
Can
Why we
get
need
back on
that?
the
We
topic?
don't fucking need that. That's
Can we get back on, Nathan, can we get back on the topic of Half-Life 3? And when that's coming out?
Half-Life 3 is coming out tomorrow. You didn't know?
Sweet, man. We should tell everybody. Right, okay, Twitter.
Hashtag Half-Life 3 coming out tomorrow, confirmed. I don't fucking know. But
Good idea. I'm gonna tweet that.
Half-Life 3 coming out tomorrow. Half-Life 3 confirmed tomorrow. Watch my podcast and you will know exactly when Half-Life 3 is confirmed to come out tomorrow. Which is every day, as far as I'm concerned. However,
Hashtag it.
obviously this is all bullshit, but Grand Theft Auto 5 sold 1 billion in the first 3 days, so anything's possible.
Because it's 6 years to
Yeah,
make that
man.
game.
How the fuck did Grand Theft Auto 5 sell 1 billion in the first 3 days? Movies? Fucking movies don't make that much in their entire fucking cycle. huge blockbuster movies had us backwards. Don't do that.
It's retarded.
It's
I'm really
crazy.
happy.
It's crazy
I'm
pants.
happy about it. I'm happy about it.
Because everyone wants to kill a hooker.
I'm not
Yeah, that's what it
particularly
is.
happy about it
With
because
movies, you can't kill a hooker, and
that's
people
not
just
what
aren't
it's
into
about.
that anymore.
I'm not okay with even joking about that. That is not what it's about. It's about some really well-designed games, made
No,
well,
no,
and
no.
they fucking exploited their
media.
branding to the point that everyone needs to play it.
Exploited? Oh, exploit all over your chin. Fuck that.
They have
They
exploited
exploit
their
their
branding.
branding.
They know for
They
a
had it,
goddamn
they used
fact that the reason people check out their game is because back in the really early days, they decided that they would just fucking ride the waves of hype. Right? They knew that they were the most risky game in video gaming. Back in fucking Grand Theft Auto 2. They knew that they were just going to try and fucking cross all the lines they could to get people to play their games.
But it's more like life. Like that. All those things aren't that risky. All those things are relative somewhere.
In fucking Grand Theft Auto 2, it was all that risky. Fucking exploiting gangs and just it's hard to explain, but like you were building your reputation based on how well you could fucking kill people. And that was in a day in which games were in a much more sensitive position than they are now. That was when we weren't at all considered an art form. We weren't at all given any leeway.
Right.
Back then, in fact, they were considering creating a government organization to rate video games, which is completely different from any media before it. We're still in control of our own rating system now, but not by any effort through Rockstar. Rockstar tried to push it as far as they damn well could.
Mm-hmm.
And if all video game companies pushed as hard as Rockstar did, then we would probably at this point have a government-instituted rating board. But we managed, despite Rockstar, to come through on the other side with our own rating board, our own video game instituted rating company. The ESRB is still alive, thank God. But not through any efforts of Rockstar.
Dude.
What's up? I got some
You're
angst.
drunk, man. You're drunk, man.
I'm also drunk, but I have some very goddamn relevant angst.
Angst.
Did you say relevant eggs?
Relevant
Angst.
angst.
Oh. It's like who's
Like
eating
teen
eggs
angst.
at this time of the day?
Just because teens also have angst, it doesn't make it so that all angst isn't relevant. Anyway,
Relevant drunk angst.
let's
Teen
get
angst.
on to our own individual topics. I got my own topic for this month, so I will talk about it so that you two can mentally cognate your own individual topics whilst we're talking about it. So my topic is, does our media culture destroy the feeling of exploration in games? And by our media culture, I majorly, also minorly, but mostly majorly, targeting YouTube Let's Plays. How can you explore a game? How can you feel out what a game has to offer when there's a Let's Play out there just fucking showing you everything? So, do you two believe that there is a sense of exploration in an age where you can just http://google.com/let's play this game?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's GTA 5 Let's Plays. They do not want any Let's Plays being put up, or they will be flagged for copyright, only on the basis of of spoiling the game for other people.
Hold on, but like, even if you could put a Let's Play up for GTA 5, that's a huge open world game. Even in the fact that there were Let's Plays up, you can't see everything.
Okay, sorry. Full plays of the game.
What I'm saying is that game is a horrible example in that even in the very worst case of scenarios, that game doesn't spoil the whole game. That game doesn't spoil much of the game, even if it does all the primary storyline.
Yeah.
Just because of the nature of the game. It's a huge open world game. But what about in a very directed experience? Like System Shock 2, for a horrible example. Yeah. Like System Shock 2. If you watch a Let's Play of System Shock 2, don't you see everything?
Eventually, until you get to like my episode 30 where I cheat. I couldn't find any game codes. You don't see it yet, but I haven't found game codes for a couple of the episodes, and I said, hey, I cheated, this is the answer, and I don't want to find these things, but I don't want to stay in this area. So I just put the game code in, looked it up, and yeah, so I cheated a couple of times because I friggin' hate that game.
So like, doesn't that ruin the sense of exploration for a game like that?
Depends. Because you are on one side of the fence and I'm on the other side of the fence. When I play a game, I want to finish it. When you want to play it, you want to experience it. Right? And there's those two different people. And then there's Nick, who enjoys both sides of the game, but also are looking deeper into like what could be improved on it. Like, I think, Nick, I see from you when you see games, you wish something could have done something different. And for me, I take it as it is, and I just finish it and then go to the next, right? Like, maybe I'm just judging you. I don't give a fuck.
No, yeah, I try and understand it and see what it's trying to do, and and see what it does well and what it doesn't do well.
Mm-hmm.
As far as exploration and Let's Plays and shit, killing exploration, I think exploration, a lot of it is down to you. Like, I'm pretty sure that one day I will play BioShock Infinite, but I'm not planning on it right now. But I watched your first episode of your Let's Play, and I was like, oh, this has actually got me interested in the game. I want to play it now. So I want to watch more, but I'll watch it after I've played the game, because I want to explore it and adventure it and experience it myself.
So basically the people that give a shit, they're not gonna watch all of the shit that spoils it for them.
Yeah. But also, I've noticed for me that a lot of exploration in games has been killed just from being an adult, I guess, if you call me an adult. Because, like, when I used to play games, like, my favourite game is Zelda the Wind Waker. And when I used to play that, I used to just go out on the ocean, not know what the fuck I was doing. Just be like, adventure! Yeah!
Adventure! Yeah!
And then now when I play it, I'm just like, right, okay, so I'm going to go to this unexplored sector here. Let's see if there's any islands around here. If I get that island, I'll do that, and then I'll go to this island, and go to that, and I'm just got it all planned out, and I have to be as efficient as possible. And it's just because you see the world in a different way. So for me, just seeing the world in a different way is called exploration and not anything else. It's just me. It's my fault, because I'm an asshole. And I don't see things how I used to.
Well, the thing is, certain games, for example, on PlayStation 3 and Xbox, to explore the game more, you would go for achievements, or trophies as they call it, PlayStation, right? So then you see more of the game that way. I mean, some of the achievements are really stupid. Some of them you get achievements for just finishing the game. But for example, Grand Theft Auto 5, if you do a sweet jump in a car, and you complete the jump, then that's one of the 50. And that's a sweet part of the game that you're always going to want to do, because who doesn't want to drive a car off a big jump? Or flying a plane under a bridge, that's another part of the of achievements and stuff like that. So achievements in those games, they're more relative to those people who want to play them and get them and perfect them, get 100% on them, and then you do see more of the game, because it's like, well, actually I have seen all the game because I have all the achievements. So...
Does anyone else have a fantastic topic before we move on into the game enlightenment cult?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be
No.
fantastic. It
Really?
can be an absolutely awful topic, and I'll make fun of you for it. But it would still
Actually-
be great to bring up.
Here's a really short topic, yeah, that we're probably going to have to spend less than 10 minutes on, because otherwise one of us will end up killing ourselves, because you can't talk a lot about it.
Seppuku.
What do you guys think about
Devil
HD
May.
collections?
How about?
What do you think about HD collections of old games?
I love
Can you
them.
see this? Can you read
I
them?
want people
Can you
to
read these things
be
on the
able
podcast?
to experience the games that I experienced when I was a youth with as much pleasure as I experienced with them when I played them. And so they have to be HD, or else they won't be able to be like, oh my goodness, that's fantastic. I feel a little bad sometimes because the gameplay has evolved since my gameplay, like the way games were when I was young. I don't feel so bad in the case of The Wind Waker because it was a fantastic game, and anyone who doesn't say it's fantastic is a communist.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, but I do want to play it. I love Zelda. I just haven't played it.
You should play that game, and
I have
if you don't think
so
it's
many-
fantastic, you are a communist.
That's why YouTube will never die, because I have like 100 games I have to play and record.
I know, right?
I
But
always
yeah,
have something
I
to do.
love HD remakes of old games. I think that where we come from should be honored, and that's the whole reason why I made the whole Game Enlightenment cult, Enlightened Gamers
Dude.
cult.
Go back and play the original Devil May Cry, and it is so bizarre. There's all these things that I was playing through it, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I remember when games used to be like this. Like, I was playing it, and there's like a key that you need to progress on, right? You've got a like door that's locked in front of you, and there's a key, and you go past it. You don't automatically pick it up. You have to walk up to it, press A, and it's like, there is a key here. Shall I pick it up? Yes or no? And it's like, why the fuck would you even ask me? Just pick it up, you cunt! What the fuck?
And nowadays,
No,
you
they-
just the second you walk through it, it automatically has picked it up. You don't even have a
Yeah.
menu.
Yeah, and then you have to go up to the door right next to the key, and it's like, do I use the door? Do I use the key in the door? Yes or no? And you're like, just walk through the fucking door. But then it's like, you kind of have to think more when
Yes,
you
you
play
do
it.
it
So
to me
it's kind of cool
automatically.
in that way,
Yeah.
but it's so much less streamlined, but it's more interactive as a game. There's so much back and forth you can do, it's cool. Noddy, what do you think of HD collections?
It all depends. If you were to play the game as a child or younger and then play it now, then you'd have a better opinion. For example, like if they redid, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm just gonna say Classic GoldenEye. If they redid that now, had the same missions, they made it HD, like smoothed out the whole graphics, made the hands look more than like this. Then maybe it would actually look pretty cool, and I would play it for sure. But if I like, if they didn't have a remake of that game, like System Shock 2, for example, is a good example. If they remade that, I probably would play that again. I'd probably do co-op with it, because I'm not gonna go single on that. But HD remakes could be a money grab. They could be a money grab, but there also could be there's a weird sense about old games remaking them, and the people are like, oh, I love that game when I was younger, and I'm gonna play it again because it was still awesome then, and it looks way better now, and it'll not hurt my eyes as much. So it's a good idea to remake games that you did play back then. But I mean, I never played Metal Gear Solid, or the other one you held up, Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry. I never
Yeah.
played either of those either. I'm playing them for the first time now in HD.
Oh, so did you ever look back on the old versions of them, or?
I've never played the original Devil May Cries or the original Metal Gear Solid Diseases, but I'm playing them
You should-
because like they're really important games and I missed them and I'm like, I want to play them again, but then I don't have a PlayStation 1 handy and I don't have like however much money it's going to cost me to get each disc that might be scratched and all this shit. And it's just such a
True.
pain in the ass. It's like I could just get all 3 Devil May Cry games or all 2,500 million Metal Gear Solid games on one disc, and just put it into my Xbox or PlayStation, and then just experience history.
Very true. I mean, there are some games where you don't want to. I wouldn't want them to remake. For example, Sega Genesis Gunstar Heroes. I just replayed that now. I just got an emulator for it and played it again. And I mean, now I just like. Now I hate that part of the childhood that I played it in because it's shit now. like it was so awesome. It's almost like it was like I used to watch a movie when I was a kid, and if I watched it now, it would ruin that part of my childhood. Like that stuff stays in the past, and that was good memories. And that's the same with certain video games, or I wouldn't want to play again if they remade it. If I did play back then, because it'd just be like, I mean, HD is different, but it's still the same game overall.
I think our history is very important, and that is the entire purpose of the Enlightened Gamers Cult. And I think that we should talk about what we will play over the following month. Now, we were supposed to play Fez, and I did play a little Fez, and I thought it was fantastic, and there was a lot of very interesting ambience to it, and a lot of very interesting gameplay where you jump around and you twist the world around, and I think that's great. However, I think that we need to choose another one. And thusly,
I looked at Fez. I didn't play it. It didn't look interesting at all to me. So that's the end. Podcast over.
But Naughty, I'm sure that it's my turn to pick what the next game will be, right?
Yep.
Because it's my turn to be the judge. I love being the person that picks the games and makes the arguments for the games, but it's my turn to be a judge. Sucks for me. It's not my exact skill. But I think that you should go ahead, pick a game, give me an argument, tell me why you think that game should be the one I pick.
Okay. Well, my choice is Scribblenauts Unlimited. The reason why I've chosen this game, you look it up. The reason I chose this game is because I own it and I haven't played it, and creativity, using your mind to do certain things to complete different things, is rather fantastic. Because I know, whoa, hello, something's playing in the background. Okay, anyways, there we go. I opened up a browser and it just started singing to me. That was weird. It's like Nick's music. So Scribblenauts is a game where it is a side-scroller, which I don't very well like, but you have the ability to put in any type of the game to be creative in your own mind, and you can play the game separately to what your own mind can think of to help these people in each little world. I think it'd be an easy, simple game I think it's cheap too, to buy and play, and the aspects that you can fly around on a dragon would be sick, or a zombie dragon, or whatever you want it to be.
A zombie undead metal dragon.
Make a hipster dragon. I made one of those.
Yeah.
Zombie undead hipster metal dragon.
Somebody asked me, can you make something that I would find artistic, please? So I put hipster dragon, and then a dragon with a fucking beret and glasses came up and started flying around and burning everything and killed people.
So is it this? I don't know too much about Scribblenauts in the fact that you say hipster dragon is artistic, but what else? So if you said
didn't solve the problem. It didn't solve the problem.
Flying donkey with eight dicks. That's artistic.
I don't think that with 8 dicks is actually a valid phrase in Scribblenauts.
The hipster dragon didn't actually solve the problem at all. Like the hipster dragon just started destroying everything because it's a dragon. I didn't think it through. It was like do something I find artistic, and I was like hipster dragon. Hipster dragon killed everyone and made me fail the quest. So it didn't work.
Oh, okay, so there are certain things that will work. Okay, cool.
It cost $20. I did a little check there. $20 United States monies. That's the most valuable of all the monies, except that our
Right.
government no longer exists.
You
I
went
keep
there.
forgetting that's actually a thing, that you don't have a government and that you're all gonna die. Right. Anyway, moving on from Nathan's eventual death.
I lost my hat. No, I need it.
My game of the Game Enlightenment's cult is the Binding of Isaac.
Tell me why.
The Binding of Isaac is fucking awesome. It's
That's
kind of
not a
like
good reason.
roguelike- It's roguelike-ish, it's like really strongly inspired by the original Legend of Zelda, and it's just constant dungeon. And for me, the best thing about the original Legend of Zelda was the dungeons. The overworld was shit. It was a pain in my ass. Go watch my review. I hate that shit.
No. Why
It's like
is
that.
that relevant to the gamer
No, listen,
gamer
shut the
enlightenment's
fuck up,
cult?
Nathan. So it's like that. It's like the good bit of Zelda, sliced out all the shit bit, just all good gameplay, and then you've got all this randomization. Like you have no idea what you're gonna run into. It's really hard. You're gonna be dying constantly, and then going back again and doing the same shit about 28 million times until you're good enough to do it properly. Then you've
That
got
sounds
random
like
masters.
all the worst
So you
things
shoot-
about Zelda, minus the good stuff. Just based on
Listen.
what you're telling me.
Listen. I don't even need to justify why the Binding of Isaac is good. Right. You're a little kid, yeah? Who shoots tears at
Yes,
people
I
with
am,
sand.
in fact.
And you're a little kid, you shoot tears at people as your projectile weapon because you're sad, and then you can shoot it at poo, right? Like actual feces, and it blows up, and you can shoot it at other children in the basement, and then they blow up. It's just a great game. Nathan, I think you need to pick this game.
9088. Do you have any kind of response for why your game would present more of a game enlightenment to fucking tears at poo?
Yeah, shooting your
because
tears at shit.
You own Scribblenauts already, and so do I, and so did Nick.
But why would it teach me more about games?
Teach you more.
You
about
missed the
games.
point.
Oh, was I
don't
going to be
think
telling you
anything-
that?
Game enlightenment. What is it that
Okay.
it brings to the game sphere?
Right, okay, I forgot.
Because
Binding
when you're-
of Isaac.
Let's let Nick go.
Your
Let's
turn
let
again,
Nick,
I
let's
guess.
let Nick go. Last word
Okay.
is actually an
The Binding
advantage.
of
Go ahead,
Isaac,
Nick.
not only is it really cheap, but it has puzzle-solving elements. You've got secret rooms everywhere. Nathan likes secret rooms.
I do like
You can
secret
miss
rooms.
them. You can blow shit up. You get limited amounts of supplies. You get total randomization by the end of it. By the end of the game, your game will be completely different from my game experience. It's skill-based. It's lethally hard. It hurts your testicles. That is how hard it is.
I love
You're
it when
sitting there,
things
and
hurt
every
my
time
testicles.
you die, you're like, oh my.
God damn it!
Right.
Oh, fuck! Oh, God! Ah, the pain!
Die in
Oh.
really retarded ways that's completely unfair, and Nathan likes that. It's not unfair.
I do-
It's
I
pretty
do
bad.
actually like that.
It's retarded. The bosses
Well,
are awesome. They one of them shits on you.
One of them
I don't
shits
know.
on you. This is an actual argument from Nick just now.
It will teach you about what you can do with an indie game, Nathan.
No, this
Um,
this is actually a
it's tribute
perfectly
to
valid
Zelda,
argument.
really. And you like Zelda too, so you should pick my game.
I'm tempted.
It's like really cheap. It's cheap on the internet.
Naughty, come back.
I'm so
Hey.
shit at asking for things.
Scribblenauts has all of that. And
Bosses that will
Scribblenauts
shit on you.
will allow you to not only play a video game but also be creative. Now, this creativity may just pass from the video game into your own life. Maybe you want to be an artist and you're like, well, I have never seen that before, and I could draw those pictures, and then you can submit it and then make money off this game from the publishers of that game. Scribblenauts not only allows you to have rocket boots, fly a dragon, drive any kind of car you want, but you can also change the color of those items. Yes,
And
it is,
size,
you don't get to kill anything,
and
but it's also more
nature.
family friendly, and there's no shit in it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that the fact that there's no shit in Scribblenauts is a very strong tie, a strong pull for me. I don't
Well,
want to have to fight shit
might be
with my
shit.
tears.
you could put shit in it
I don't
might
if
think
you wanted to.
I don't think you can. I'm pretty sure that if you type shit into Scribblenauts, it's not a thing that's going to come up.
If you type in poo poo,
You could say
Feces.
poop-colored zombie or
I bet it won't. I bet it won't.
well,
poo covered zombie.
I don't think that poo-covered zombies is something that it would accept.
Listen, if it's not in Scribblenauts already, yeah. Let's look at the
You
Steam
can mod it
Workshop,
in there,
because
probably.
Scribblenauts has a Steam Workshop.
I
So you can
think
get
I
Solid
think
Snake
I'm
from
gonna pick
Solid.
Scribblenauts just because it's gonna be more fun. I think it'll be a more fun thing to play.
Oh my god, BMO!
BMO is the thing that's in
Marketing.
there. I think that I just convinced Nick.
Marketing from Adventure Time.
I'm pretty sure that Nick is now convinced. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do Scribblenauts.
okay.
Mostly because it'll be more fun for everybody to let's play together, even though it's not got co-op and neither of them do.
Oh yeah, I should have done some co-op. Damn it. Okay, well,
Holy shit, Marvin!
Scribblenauts is a fun game. We're picking Scribblenauts.
okay.
Beaver Mafia! Holy shit!
Beaver Mafia.
Sharknado!
Fucking Nick is really fucking thrilled about this game now. So we're gonna play some Scribblenauts over the next
I
month.
wanna play this.
We'll come back in a month's time and we'll talk about fucking Beaver Mafia and Nick's penis. Next time on 80 Proof Gaming.